me! Hello, Jerry. Well, where to? Let's go. Hang on tight, Jerry. See you later. I always tell people.
You took good view that is. Oh, Formando's almost a very...
Jerry, you have sent the invitations and ordered the blue juice, and in doing so, you have healed a dwarf, rescued little Ursula, and experienced much. You are indeed developing into a genuine tree walker. Now we will begin with the magical part of your training.
And then comes the Treetop Festival. We're looking forward to the blue juice, so hurry up with your training, Nestle.
Ever since I can remember, the Treetop Festival has been held here once a year. Ooh, it serves to celebrate kindness, family, and courage, and most definitely not magic.
Isn't it now? Go forth, young hazelnut.
What is this place?
The Hall of Apprentices. A living place, created by magic. Hidden between two moments in time.
But is it supposed to be so cold in here?
I feel it too. It seems that no one has been here for far too long. And even in Mousewood, almost no one remembers us. Only the elderly.
How long's it been since you were last here?
Too long, it seems. It's up to us to keep the tradition alive. The Hall of Apprentices is a place of transition. Your training begins here, today, and it will end here. Everything takes place under the protection of the first tree.
The first tree? Is it this one?
That is only a statue. The first tree is the oldest tree in this region. It watches over the woods, over the portal trees. It holds this world together. Trees like it are so old that they already exist in other spheres. Their roots reach into dreams, into fantasy.
So where is the first tree?
You may have already visited it in your dreams, but the clearing in which it stands is concealed. The paths which lead are hidden, like this room. Once your training is complete, I will lead you to the clearing. That is the tradition. But first, you must finish your training, and to do that, we must get this thing working.
First tree. It must belong to that machine.
It was working just
No idea
fine
what
the
that
last
is.
time.
There are two of them. It's kind of creepy the way they stare at you. I wonder who they all are. The first tree. Somehow this stone tree radiates something very good and warm, even though it's so cold here.
That's impossible.
There's a ball stuck in the glass tube. Looks like Mum's new hairdryer.
Yes, very funny. But now I have to make this work, so don't bother me, okay?
Sure thing.
What an asshole.
Looks like Mum's new...
Yes, but now so don't bother, okay?
Sure thing.
Not now. I'm sorry. I just need time to straighten this out.
Okay.
Chillax, dude.
Why is this all stuck? It was working just fine the last time.
I can't get the ball out that... Fits.
Not bad at all. The thing still won't work. But that means...
There.
Aha! But now let me get back to work. Nothing.
I can't get the
is
ball out that
impossible.
way.
We must hurry.
There's a ball stuck in... Let's see if it's as easy as fishing change out of the gutter. It worked! Cold, round and magnetic. Fits well in the hand. No, I'll keep...
So much time really
Better leave him
passed.
alone. He's trying to start the machine.
It was working just fine the last time.
A stick won't help. A stick won't... Where is that light coming from? That isn't the sun, is it?
Has so much time really
Empty.
passed?
It's kind of creepy. I wonder who they all are.
That's impossible. But no. Nothing is impossible. We must hurry.
No. The ball won't fit there. I'm done with this for now. That doesn't need to be spooned.
It was working just fine the last time.
I'm done with... I better be careful.
Something is wrong.
I better be careful. No.
Nothing is impossible. We must hurry.
That looks better already, but something is still missing.
Ah, it works! Wonderful! Ah, you did a great job. The electromagical apparatus is uncoupled from the flow of time. It processes information from the past and future and prints it out in pictures on cards pressed from the leaves of portal trees. There!
May I take them?
Of course! These 16 cards can already tell you a lot about your training, if you understand how to read them. But these cards are like dreams. Everyone should interpret them for themselves. Unusual. Another card. What does it show?
That's me.
Extremely unusual. What could that mean?
Oh my god, it's a hippie.
Somebody's floating there. That's a ghost.
A ghost, Jerry?
I don't think so. Or have you left your body behind for good this time, magician of Mousewood?
I can feel my leg going numb not far from here. No, I appear to have retained my body, even if it isn't getting any younger. And its scars are itchy. Tell me, Marquis, how did you escape?
Escape, magician? I bring an apprentice. I'm pleased to see you, and to know that the Hall of Apprentices is protected.
So, you are bringing an apprentice. Tell him he shall visit me in my house.
What does the floating man want from me?
He's the guardian of the portals. Your training begins. Take the key, Jerry. You must visit the Magician of Mousewood. It won't be easy to waken him, but soon after, you'll learn your first spell.
They're back.
Seek the lock to the key which the ghost lost in the Hall of Apprentices. Behind the door, you'll meet an old friend of mine. See you soon.
I always tell people that I always tell
Seek the lock to the key behind the... See you soon.
You took good there. Oh, for miles, almost very.
It reminds me of a door I saw, but where was it? Yikes! The key just dissolved into thin air, but now the door is... What sort of place is this? Everything is so... huge. It's enough to make you dizzy. Another one of those stickers. Huge abandoned train station. Another drop. A huge... This stone looks strange.
This is a picture column from the Hall of Apprentices.
Oh, where did that voice come from? It sounds familiar.
In the Hall of Apprentices, there is a column for every apprentice who was trained here in these woods. But this one here was spat out by the Hall a long time ago. I found it deep in the woods, and now I'm trying to unravel its secret. Banishment by the Hall caused the picture to burst into 32 magic drops of dew, which are now spread all over Mousewood. Those who are able to understand the whisper of the rocks can ask the column itself how many drops are still missing. If someone collected all 32 drops, the dew could form the image of the expelled apprentice.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Very good to know. Check the bonus achievements like I just did.
In the hall of but this I found that
Wow! Wow! A gigantic living room for a giant. Although seeing as I'm the size of a mouse, maybe it's not so big after all. I wonder who lives here. Ugh, it smells a bit like old socks in here. There's also a bed here for little people. Still smells okay. I'll take that. A giant chunk of chocolate. I also took the tinfoil. Wow, this is high. We have a plant like that at home too. Too bad, I can't move the stick with my hands. Otherwise it would reach for the clock. It gleams like a treasure. It's light and easy to shape. A suit of silver foil would be really cool. A giant chunk of chocolate. A clean cloth napkin. A stick won't help here. We have a plant like that at home. Otherwise it would reach for the top. Oh, somebody's sleeping there. That's probably the friend I'm supposed to wake. Hey! Nothing. Hey! Wake up! Nothing. Good idea. Uh-oh. I'd say that worked pretty well.
Just killed it. Good job.
It smells like I think the clock is... Oh, great. rings, it must make a humongous noise. The joint is rusted. It won't move. There, now it's fixed. Now the cookie should have a voice again. Oh, something fell out of the clockwork. Well, it's probably not an important part. It's enormous. When it rings, even that's gigantic. It looks like that's the thing that goes cuckoo. It almost looks like a key, but I don't think you can lock anything with it. That won't do any good. That won't do. Wow, that was loud. Let's see if it woke the giant. Oh man, he's still asleep. Hey, wake up!
Oh, dash it all.
Uh-oh. I didn't mean for that to happen.
Oh.
Hello? I was just trying to repair your clock so I could...
Did your teacher tell you to do that?
No. Why would he?
Old Magician of Mousewood. I see my apprentice has...
Did you put him up to that?
No, really.
All right. Ow, my head. Wait 1 second. I bid you welcome, Jeremiah Hazelnut. So, you are the rabbit's new apprentice.
A tree walker in the making. Indeed.
Oh, so you aren't a ghost.
No, not really.
Aro Molina, the Magician of Mousewood, is a master of active sleep. When he sleeps, his waking spirit goes wandering.
Wow, that's cool.
Perhaps one day he could instruct you in his own.
Aro. No one has spoken that name in a long time. Yes, it has been a long time. A very long time since an apprentice has been trained in Mousewood.
Really? That long?
We should make ourselves somewhat more comfortable, friend. Young Hazelnut, I hear that you have already proven yourself as a tree walker in Mousewood. Your next test will be to pass the 4 portals of Mousewood. Behind each of the portals, you will learn a spell.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
But first, there is something you need to return.
What's that?
Pardon me, but I think you have my book.
Oh, yeah, the mouse with the backpack gave it to me.
Thank you. It is very valuable to me. Now, I would like to write one about you. I collect stories, you know.
Who was that? Oh, he seemed familiar to me, but I can't recall why.
Only a wood sprite, a close acquaintance of mine. You should rest, Jerry. This has been a long day for you. Rest for a little while.
If you say so.
And he's asleep.
Old friend, What in all the worlds are you doing here?
I am training a tree walker.
That is not what I meant. I say this in all friendship. It is impossible for you to be here, believe me.
Nothing is impossible.
You slept all night.
Yeah, but not too well. I missed my bed.
Be brave, Jeremiah Hazelnut. Magicians have to be strong.
Your next test will be to pass the 4 portals of Mousewood. Behind each of the portals, you will learn a spell.
Okay.
From now on, you can switch back and forth between day and night by sleeping in a hammock or reading this magic book. It can enthrall you for hours, making time appear to pass in an instant.
Return to the portal tree through which we came to Mousewood. There you will learn your first spell.
I'm sure you already have your cards, don't you, Jerry?
Yes.
Do you know how to play quartets?
Yep. No.
I will show you.
Take your seats.
You can use the magic cards from the Hall of Apprentices to play a game. Here in Mousewood, the game is known as quartets. This game consists of 32 cards belonging to 8 quartets, or families, and of course 4 cards per quartet. If you do not yet have 32 cards, the other player will lend you some to make your deck complete. The goal of the game is to obtain as many complete quartets as possible. Every player starts with 10 cards. The 12 remaining cards lie concealed in the stack and will be picked up later.
It's your turn.
It's your turn. You now get to ask for one of the other player's cards, but only cards from quartets where you own at least 1 card yourself. First pick the family and then the card. 1, 2, 3, or 4 for which you want to ask.
Let's see what card you've got there.
It's your turn. You now get to ask for one of the other player's cards, but only cards from quartet. First pick the family.
Let's see.
What did I do wrong?
This card. Bet you've got it.
If the other player doesn't have the card you asked for, then you draw a card from the stack, and it's the other player's turn to ask for one of your cards. If the other player has the card you asked for, then you receive the card and get to keep asking. So you see, it's important to remember which cards you've already asked for and which cards the other player has taken from you so far. This will allow you to predict with some certainty what cards are in the other player's hand. The better your memory, the better your chances of winning. Remember, you can play with those cards, but their true worth does not lie in gambling. Still, I wish you luck.
Oh, rats.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. It's your turn.
This card. Bet you've got it. Haha! Let's see what card you've got there. This card. I bet you've got it. I might have known.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card.
Damn it.
Draw a card.
No.
Choose a card.
This card. I bet you've got it. Very well. Let's see what card you've got there.
What cards do I have?
I'm sure you've got this card.
Well played.
Oh, nice.
Let's see what card you've got there. This card. I bet you've got it. Huh, I might have known.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card.
Damn it.
Opponent asks for a card.
Damn it.
Opponent's quartet. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. Choose a card.
I'm sure you've got this card. Yes, I did that on purpose.
Draw a card. Opponent's turn. Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card.
Fuck me.
Opponent asks for a card. Opponent's quartet.
God damn it.
Opponent asks for a card.
Fuck you, asshole.
Opponent asks for a card.
Oh no.
Opponent asks for a card.
Oh no.
I hate you.
Opponent asks for a card. Opponent asks for a card. Draw a card. Opponent's quartet.
Jesus.
That's it. Opponent's game.